So I remember one of the trips that we took down, that we started going every year down
Every
to
year.
Oklahoma.
And we always left on a Wednesday and came back on Sunday.
Yeah. And had our favorite eating places along the way. Usually Annie's.
Chicken Annie's.
Chicken Annie's on the way home.
In Fort Scott.
Yeah.
No,
there were two of them, right?
No, not at Fort Scott. Not at Fort Scott.
Pittsburgh or something like that.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, Kansas. It was Annie's, and what was the other one? The two
Chicken Mary's across the
Chicken
street.
Mary's, yeah, they were
Chicken
like-
Mary used to work for Chicken Annie's, and then she opened her own right across on the next corner
Yeah.
across. But they were both so busy it was unbelievable.
world famous fried chicken and sauerkraut and
No,
it was coleslaw.
sauerkraut. Coleslaw, German coleslaw, and German potato salad.
Yeah. But we would always fish on you think of the Grand Lake and then the dam, and then below that was the Grand River. The
Right.
Grand River flows into the Hudson River. But I remember one year when I was pretty young still, me, you, and FA were fishing out of a boat. And this particular year we'd go up to the dam, kind of turn sideways, and we'd cast a little white grub out. And
Right.
kind of bounce that
That
grub
was
along the bottom.
that rubber grub, and but they were bigger. They were pretty nice sized grub. I mean, they were a nice size and you had a bigger hook on it too. But what you would do is you couldn't go all the way to the gates. They had a cable. You remember the cable?
Yeah.
Steel cable that was all the way across.
Right.
So what we would do, when the gates were open, that water was coming so fast that we'd go up to the cable, we'd turn the boat sideways, and then start floating down, and we would throw our poles out, and then we would bounce them along the bottom and try to catch the big white bass and whatever else.
Yeah, they were
was coming
like
up.
spawning up there.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
And
I remember one year we just caught hundreds of those white bass doing this, those white grubs, bouncing
yes,
them
we did.
off the bottom.
Yeah, we.
But one year when I was pretty young,
You were you were probably just in your teens.
yeah, I don't know, maybe I was 12, maybe.
I think you're a little older than that, but maybe not. Yeah.
But
And you snagged
snagged what we call spoonbill.
a spoonbill.
Some people call them paddlefish.
That's right.
And it feels like it's a wet log.
Yes.
It hardly moves.
They don't.
They don't really fight.
They're just big.
But they do start moving.
Yeah.
Once they realize,
Oh yeah, they.
once you snag one of them, they start moving a little
Right.
bit.
Right.
And they're so big. Like, I mean, some of these things, they can get up to 80, they can get up to 100 pounds, these things.
Well, they probably get over that sometimes.
They're just
Yeah.
massive fish. So I snagged one,
Right.
and I think FA probably wanted me to cut the line, but I wanted to see if I could bring him in.
Right.
And I guess we chased that thing around that lake.
Right. And we went. We did go on the one that one you caught that when you were real young there. We did.
Didn't move,
We didn't. You didn't have as much trouble bringing that one in because it wasn't as big as the one that you ruined your rod.
yeah, the later one. We'll tell that story later.
Yeah, and but you did bring one in that was probably pretty close to about as tall as you were.
Yeah, because I remember
with this bill and everything else.
I remember the guy when we came in. We kept it in the boat
Right.
and came in, and the guy where we put that boat in right there. Remember,
Right,
he
right.
wanted to take my picture,
Right.
so he took my picture.
And they put it in the paper.
I remember the bill of the thing was about as tall as me. So from
Right.
from the tail
Mm-hmm.
to the top of the bill was about the same
Height
height
that
as
you
I
were.
was.
Yeah, right.
And they put me in the local paper.
Right.
And
And where we were staying at Red's place, she saw it in the paper, and then Red's wife, and then she cut that picture out and she put it underneath the glass top where they showed people that caught maybe a huge black bass or whatever else.
Yeah.
Because if you remember, there was another lake real close by there, that his cabin that was full of black bass.
Yeah.
We didn't fish that hardly at all. We always fished on the Grand River.
Right. Mm-hmm. But that was the biggest fish I'd ever caught.
That was the biggest fish you ever caught.
Yeah.
But we didn't eat that fish.
Now, years later, we went king mackerel fishing.
Yes.
Out in the Gulf of Mexico.
We did that was when we were with
your sister's,
my sister's
so it'd
husband,
been your brother-in-law.
my brother-in-law.
He took us out there, but those king mackerel were maybe bigger than these spoonbill.
Yes,
Those
right.
are huge, but
It was him and his buddy that had that boat, and we went out there and
I got sick as a dog. Remember?
You did. You get sick. You got seasick, and
just rolling waves. You can't see any land. You're just rolling and rolling and rolling, and you wait. The poles are out. Just set there, and you're just waiting for the fish. You're trying to catch a fish. The fish were this big that you put on there. The bait were this big.
They were
the ribbon fish were about.
But we did catch some.
But we caught huge king mackerel. And those things will fly out of the water. I had fun when I was catching, but then everything in between, I was like about ready to throw up all the time.
You got a little bit seasick there, and but I'd already put in 4 years in the Coast Guard, and I didn't get seasick.
You were seaworthy.
Yes, I was seaworthy.
All right.